Hello, how's it going? My name is John Kind. I'm the CEO and founder of John Kind Studios, a creative consulting company, and we're based here in Boston, founded in Mattapan. And so I just wanted to start today talking about the main reasons why you should go into your next new creative venture. And we're going to go step by step. I got about 5 points I want to cover. I'm just going to go free form and just express all the knowledge that I know. So let's start with the first one. So when you start your new venture, you end up curing what I'm calling finish line phobia. And it's pretty much already been out there, but just bringing it back around. Finish line phobia is basically like when you're running a marathon or running a race and you're getting really close to the end and you can see everybody cheering, you can see your family, everybody smiling, they got Gatorade for you, your lover got a towel ready for you to dry your face off, and all of a sudden the pressure is there. Like, dang, what if I slip? What if something throws me off? And the littlest thing could just make you fear, like getting to that finish line. Your legs get heavy, different things, your mind just start to trip. So it's a common thing with creatives where we'll get to that point where we are close to finishing, close to launching, close to getting that new idea out there. And just the idea of finishing could frighten us. We don't talk about it that often because we have a lot of ambitions and we don't want people to think that we're not that serious. But we really are serious. It's just when you get passionate about something, what else do you have to worry about except like, dang, I wonder what's gonna happen afterwards, because you don't know what's gonna happen afterwards. So it's just a constant distracting type of thought. And so when you do decide you're going into this new venture, you cure that because you show your mind, you show yourself, oh, you know what? I was tripping off of nothing. I was so worried about what the outcome would be. And I realized the outcome is out of my control. What's in my control is to run my race, to put one leg in front of the other and keep pumping until I reach where I need to be and I pass through that ribbon. So, that's one of the first reasons why I suggest starting a new creative venture. The second one is living in your purpose. So we've heard it 1,000 times, billion times. Pretty sure everyone live your purpose, go into your dream. But when they talk about it, they talk about something that thrills you, something that gets you excited. I consider purpose to be something that's very more natural and logical. Like, what's the purpose of a fruit tree? To bear fruit. If it's a banana tree, it's supposed to have bananas. It's an apple tree, it's supposed to have apples. I wouldn't look at an apple tree and banana and compare them like, oh, this one is wrong because it's apples and this one is right because it's bananas. They're just they have two different purposes and they're already in their purpose because they're alive and it's doing it for them. So with you, your purpose is already doing it for you. You're already in your purpose. It's just what you want to fine tune or tweak that comes from you learning. And we're going to get to that soon. But you learn skills and learn different things. Yes, you can adapt. That's what nature offers us, the ability to adapt and to grow. And being a sentient being, it's even double the bonus because we can change who we are and cure the world and go to a whole new venture. So it's a blessing to be alive, to be a human. So the next one is contribute to making the world a less crappy place. So one of the other aspect that's amazing about starting a new creative venture is that you can contribute to this world and leave your mark. Now, some people feel like the best way to leave their mark is to get onto what's popular. It's not wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with growth and wanting to expand your notoriety. However, I would look at the bigger mission, your mission, what it is that you want to affect people with, not just what you're affected by, but look at other people's lives. Take a pause in a second and go, what does this person truly need? And what do I have in me that would help make their life better? Don't worry about what you get in return. Don't worry about the money right away, But just know that when you have a real solution, people will pay you. When you have a real solution, people will pay you to fix it because it's a real solution. But if you have to convince people and talk it up, you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel like you're trying your best to get them to see the light. And that might accidentally create resentment. And they're going to feel pressured. Like, why do I got to make your thing more important? Like, you should already look at what you do. Like, I'm contributing, you know? I mean, even a flower that's in the garden that's there to blossom and look good, it's like it makes everything change. It makes everything better. So you are somebody that have something to contribute, regardless if you don't see it around you, you don't see it, and you, I know it's hard. It doesn't really go away, but you can learn to manage it and live with it to where it bothers you less and less just by valuing what you contribute and going into this new creative venture. So the next one is what I mentioned earlier, was talking about learning and skills. So one of the biggest things about um, going into a creative venture that I love the most is learning and growing. Because every time I do it, I'm like, I peeped that mistake, I peeped that error, or something that's redundant. And what I do is I take that information and I just learn to do better. Now, if you can stomach and take the criticism and take the errors that you're making and keep on taking without resentment, without bitterness, without feeling like you're losing, you will win because now you can just focus on what's most important, which is solving the problem. So, the more you step into these creative ventures, you really start to learn about your craft. You start to learn about yourself. You learn about your strengths and your weaknesses and what you need support in. It's very informative, and information is power. So, the more information you have about what it is you want to do, the more power you have to decide of how you want to go about it, who you want to involve, what needs to come next, and you start to feel like things are coming together just the way you've always wanted. Lastly, that's on my list for today for reasons why you should go into your next creative venture is art is intimate with God. So there goes that great saying that God is love and love is unconditional. So the meaning that love is something that you cannot put a limit on or put into a box or to an environment that isn't transformable or transferable to other environments. Love is just like that. We can be light years away from each other, and just the feel of pure love could reach miles, and we can feel it from someone, from an image, from anything. And art is like that, where we can to communicate through multi dimensions and be somewhere where we're not there, and other people who view it or engage with the art can feel connected to something higher, something bigger. And I call that God. I call that the creator. Because when we look at nature and we see how how everything functions together, how the sky functions with the ground, and how the ground um, relates to the water, and how everything in the air comes together. We're in the middle of all that chaos, but somehow we make sense. And so that's is art. Art is intimacy with God, and it allows you to connect with the divine, connect with your higher self, a higher power. And it's just one of the most greatest experiences I feel like we are given as human beings, to be able to create art and do something that's deep within us, that's in the invisible plane, and we bring it out into the physical plane. So that's all I have for today, for today's topic based video. If you have any ideas or I guess topics that you would like for me to cover, I plan to do a lot more of these where I'm just going over strategies and tips for creatives and creative professionals that want to up their game maybe, or just want to get into maybe starting their own projects. I have a consultation program to where you and I could meet one on one, talk about your goals, talk about your needs, and we can design something. And I'll introduce you to some of my friends who are talented in videography and audio engineering, music producing, or different things like that. But I really wanted this channel to be a more free resource because my journey to learning was so difficult. I came across people, mentors who are liars, scammers, abusers, and they're closeted snakes, they're closeted scorpions, and they're here to really just take advantage of what people don't know. And I know that my purpose here is to combat some of that by offering free resources and offering clean, ethical forms of business and strategy. And so I look forward to connecting more and meeting a lot more people out there in the world. Please feel free to shoot me a message, comment, let me know your ideas, like ways that you've tackled a new creative venture, and let's just keep growing this. Let's keep making a difference in this art space together and showing people what it's really about and how we could really expand on what we're doing. Pray that you have a great, wonderful rest of your year, your week, whatever, all this stuff that's just amazing. But I'm excited and thank you for your time. And please visit John Kine Studios at johnkine.com. Thank you. Peace. Follow, subscribe.